Hey man, I tell you what, man. In life, I know one thing, and I feel like everybody sometimes is afraid of something, afraid of change. Mostly though, while we're still young, those of y'all that are young, they're afraid to go after something. And I'm here to tell you, I'm just a messenger boy. You shouldn't fear no human being or no thing of this world. You should only fear God. For it says in Luke chapter 12, verse 4. Dear friends, don't be afraid of those who want to kill your body. They cannot do any more to you after that. But I'll tell you whom to fear. Fear God, who has the power to kill you and throw you into hell. Yes, he's the one to fear. All that's saying is, man, look, man, God is the one that's going to judge you at the end of the day. God is the one that's going to send you to heaven or hell. And so why be scared of the stuff that's here, man? Like, if you have a dream, go after that dream. Go after that ambition. Take some action, man. Go work hard and start planning this out and just do it. Sometimes we overthink, we procrastinate. I know I do. And when I procrastinate, man, I'll just be like, all right, I'll do this later on this week. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this later today. Maybe about a year, I had this together. No. When you go to bed, I was watching that Cat Williams, that long interview, y'all know about it. But he said one thing that really stood out amongst everything else. And he said, at the end of the day, when you're about to go to sleep, tell yourself, all right, this is it. This is my last day here. I ain't got no more, because tomorrow is not promised. It says that in the Bible. Look it up. Tomorrow is not promised. And so, live your life that way, man. Like, go after what you want to do. Don't get caught up with all the details, man. In Luke chapter 10, so it says Jesus visits Martha and Mary. It says, as Jesus and the disciples continued on their way to Jerusalem, they came to a certain village where a woman named Martha welcomed them into her home. Her sister Mary was sitting at Lord Jesus' feet, listening to what he taught. But Martha was distracted. Remember that word distract. You know who that's from. Martha was distracted by the big dinner she was preparing. She came to Jesus and said, Lord, it doesn't seem right. It seems unfair. Doesn't it seem unfair to you that my sister just sits here while I do all the work? Tell her to come and help me. But the Lord said to her, my dear Martha, you are worried and upset over all these details. There is only one thing worth being concerned about. Mary has discovered it, and it will not be taken away from her. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Man, at first I read this and I said, what did she discover? What does she have that can't be taken away? But then I'm like, oh, snap. It says her sister Mary sat at the Lord's feet, listening to what he taught. Ain't that all we really need to be worried about? We ain't supposed to be worried about what's on social media, man. I'm here to tell you two things, maybe three. Follow Jesus, man. Just look at his word. Just read his word, his goodness, man. You might not understand what God is doing in your life and what you can see, but when you start walking by faith and not by sight, you'll see eventually. He'll show you in due time when he wants you to see it. So follow God, man. Read the word. Because he loves you and he wants to know you. He wants to be in your life. When you go off and do your own thing, especially if you've known God, when you reject your own salvation that the Lord has given you, he ain't never going to leave you nor forsake you. It says it in the word. He ain't going to leave us. But sometimes we leave him. But it also says that he will leave the 99 sheep to go get the one. You will never understand until you're that one. So I tell you, man, stop worrying about the world. Stop being scared of this world, of the evil. Don't be scared of evil, man. You look evil in the face with a smile on your face. It says in the word, love your neighbor as yourself. That's the most important commandment. To love your God and love your neighbor as yourself. That means even the people that do wrong by you. Show them compassion. Show them mercy. Why? God does that for us. God got me. He got me with mercy. So that's how I'm going to do them. Hey, man, it's all going to come around and pay off, man. I love y'all. Peace.